What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving deep into one of the most requested reviews analysis, so stick around, you don't want to miss this. But before we get into that, if you're considering a purchase, don't miss out on this incredible discount available right now. Check the description below and the pinned first comment. Now let's not delay any further and jump right into the details.
Now, let's hear directly from our first reviewer about their experience.
This reviewer came to this mesh Wi-Fi system after a whole lot of frustration with other popular brands. Their previous setup from a well-known gaming-focused manufacturer had a fantastic user interface and great software features, but the hardware itself was incredibly unreliable. The satellite units would constantly drop their connection, even when they were less than 30 feet away from the main router, requiring constant resets and reconfigurations. It became a cycle of troubleshooting a system that on paper should have been excellent. The great software meant nothing when the core function of providing a stable connection consistently failed. After giving up on that system, our reviewer decided to try this new mesh network. The difference was immediately apparent. Setup was easily accomplished through a mobile app, though they note that the web-based dashboard offers more advanced options for fine-tuning security settings. While this system's user interface isn't as flashy or feature-packed as their last one, it has one crucial advantage. It's attached to hardware that is rock solid. Since installing it, this client has not had to contact support or troubleshoot a single issue. The bottom line is that this Wi-Fi system just works. The connection has been completely stable, with zero drops or buffering issues, even on a smart TV connected directly to one of the satellite extenders. It provides a robust firewall and supports a standard VPN connection, allowing for a secure network. The only minor drawback mentioned is the lack of support for a specific, more modern VPN protocol. However, considering the immense relief of having a dependable network that doesn't require constant attention, our reviewer considers this a small price to pay and only regrets not buying this system in the first place.
Opening things up, our first reviewer gives us their take.
This reviewer initially made the mistake of purchasing just the main router for their new mesh Wi-Fi system, assuming it would be powerful enough for a small apartment. They quickly discovered this was a big miscalculation, as the signal simply wouldn't reach the back bedrooms. To fix this, our reviewer bought a standalone satellite unit, but that's when the real frustration began. The standard setup instructions, which involved simply plugging it in and pressing a sync button, completely failed. Instead of a successful connection, they were met with a persistent magenta error light. After hours of trying, they found a solution from another user online that required a more advanced manual approach. The process involved connecting the new satellite directly to the main router with an Ethernet cable. From there, this client had to log into the main router's web interface to find the specific IP address assigned to the new satellite. Using that address, they were able to access the satellite's own setup page in a separate browser tab. The key issue turned out to be mismatched firmware. They had to go to the manufacturer's support site and find the exact firmware file for the satellite model, a step where they initially made the mistake of trying to use the router's file instead. Once the correct file was downloaded and manually uploaded to the satellite, the update process began. After the firmware update finished, everything fell into place. The reviewer unplugged the satellite, moved it to its intended spot, and it synced with the main system flawlessly. The system's management app immediately recognized the new addition, and they finally had the strong whole home coverage they needed. While the setup was a major headache, the end result was a perfectly working system.
Great! Now let's see what our next reviewer has to say about their experience.
This reviewer, like many others, found themselves needing a rock-solid home Wi-Fi setup after transitioning to remote work. Initially, our reviewer was able to make do, but moving the home office to another floor created significant internet speed issues. Dropped calls and slow downloads became the norm, forcing this client to seek a solution. At first, they tried a simple, inexpensive Wi-Fi extender. It seemed like a good fix for a couple of weeks, but ultimately proved to be a temporary solution. It created a secondary network and the connection was unstable. The extender was just a band-aid. The reviewer needed reliable internet for video conferences and large file transfers, especially in the new home office, and they weren't getting the bandwidth they were paying for. While the extender provided some asterisk improvement, it only delivered about 60% of the expected signal. That's when our reviewer looked at upgrading the internet package versus investing in a mesh system. While this mesh Wi-Fi system was significantly more expensive than the initial extender, the results were amazing. It completely solved the problem, providing a strong, stable, and reliable Wi-Fi signal throughout the entire home. The reviewer went from an unstable 60% signal strength to a consistent and reliable 99% connectivity. Obsessive speed tests confirmed the improvement. The product provides strong, solid, stable, complete Wi-Fi signal throughout the home. Setup was easy. The reviewer found the app intuitive and user-friendly, and they were impressed that one router and one satellite were enough to cover their entire multi-story home, even with the router located in the basement. Although this Wi-Fi system is undoubtedly one of the pricier options, the reviewer feels it's a worthwhile investment for anyone who needs comprehensive and reliable Wi-Fi coverage and considers it the best solution on the market. If you want excellent and money is no object, this is absolutely the way to go.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, hit like, subscribe, and let me know what you think in the comments. Catch you in the next one.